Hello, everybody. Today is one day past the 2 week mark of my laparoscopic vaginal hysterectomy. So, again, I wanted to mention that I'm chronicling this to let other women know what to expect and to help raise questions and also to raise awareness about fibroids, women living with fibroids. Um, 2 weeks, right? So on Monday, today is Thursday, I had a doctor's appointment with my gynecologist, my surgeon, and at that meeting, there was no examination. He just wanted to talk to me, find out how everything is going. We were able to look again. I have photos of my uterus and my fibroids. So we were able to look again at those photos, and he was able to go over some things with me. He let me know how my uterus was removed, and I don't know if anybody is a little squeamish, or for me, details are good because it gives me an idea of what to look forward to. So at the beginning of the visit, he did ask, am I still having pain? Am I still taking medication? I was given Norco for pain, and I probably took those 3 times. And that was like on post-op days 1 and 2. And I was also given Toradol, and I took those maybe about 4 or 5 times because they're non-steroidal anti-inflammatory. So they are pain medications, but they're in that same classification as ibuprofen and Advil and naproxen. So they did help, and I've been able to move on to extra strength Tylenol. I've even taken Tylenol arthritis, it's 650 milligram caplets, and you take 2 of them at one time, and you can take them every 8 hours. I'm not endorsing any products. I am not advising anyone on medications to take. I am saying what I did and that it helped me. And I've heard women um, after their vaginal hysterectomies or their abdominal hysterectomies, I heard them talk about taking ibuprofen and all those other things. I am telling you what my physician told me and the things that I've been able to do to help myself feel better. So, needless to say, I'm not taking anything right now. I did have to take some medication yesterday. So it was my anniversary. So I was feeling really great. And like I said, I'm in medical. So I was doing some continuing education. And usually we have about October, end of September, we have this massive blitz that we can get all these points. Well, I purchased a packet, and so did my girlfriend, who's also a colleague. She did too. And I was like, hey, can I come over and we can do continuing education together? And that's all we did. We ate, of course, fiber. Fiber is still important right now. We had popcorn, we had grapes, um, we drank juice and water, but it was a very healthy way for me to spend my anniversary because I was with somebody who was sensitive to my issues. I still don't think after our hysterectomies we should be climbing stairs. So she had just a few to her house, just a few to her seating area. So that was great. And I still think it's important to take it easy. I am that girl who will push it. And yes, I did. Her house is only 20 minutes from mine. And I also stopped at the grocery store because we needed our popcorn, our skinny pop. So I've done wrong things. I have. And I did pay for them. I was so sore last night. And I had to admit to my husband, I was like, you know what? I don't feel my best. I was so tired. I have a prayer group that I meet with on Wednesdays at 7 p.m. I was falling asleep in the prayer group. It's not okay, ladies. I had truly exhausted myself, but it felt so good, and I wanted to capitalize on those moments. Um, So that's what I did. But in that visit, also, my doctor told me that I can resume exercise, which I conveyed in the last video that I've been chomping at the bit. I have been wanting to exercise so very badly and feeling a little sluggish, but loving the sunshine we've been having. It's fall, so cool mornings and sun, perfect mix for a good walk or a run. But yeah. So after I got my release on Monday, our church has a line dancing group and it was designed for seniors. And I was like, oh, I'm going to put my binder on and they'll be doing some baby steps and I'll keep up with them. Oh, when I tell you, those ladies really got it in and they really danced. Hmm. There were points where they said turn left, I was turning right, I was going backwards when I should have been forward. Almost, we were social distancing in a parking lot. And yeah, I'm stepping on the curb. Plenty of room, plenty. But no, no, I was just so out of sorts with the dancing. And it's something I really enjoyed doing. So I did that and I was great. The next day on Tuesday, my husband and I, we used to walk in the park. There's a golf course near our house, and there's a huge park connected to it. So I told him, okay, let's make that a plan. He said, I haven't been sleeping really well. I was like, you sleep good when we exercise. Let's do that. Me with my bright ideas. Usually I let him walk the entire perimeter of the park and the golf course, and I'll walk the inner circle um, around the play equipment. And it's, that was the plan. That was the last time I walked with him. And it was good exercise. And, I was a little bit tired afterward, but I wasn't sore. But this particular Tuesday, this past Tuesday, 2 days ago, I walked that perimeter with him and he was leaving me. I could not believe it. My normal brisk walk would dust him. He was he was zooming it in my mind. He was like flying past me and I was a little turtle creeping along. I even saw the a bunch of ladies who were, yeah, they were they were faster than me. A lot of ladies were faster than me. Kids, of course, rode by and zoomed by on their bicycles. They were all faster than me. But the nice thing that he did after he got maybe a, a good distance away from me, I could still see him. I'd give him the thumbs up. I'm okay. And he'd circle back around and he'd come back and he'd circle me and then we'd walk at my little pace and then he'd go again. Now, this is what I would do when I ran with him. I would run ahead and then I circle back and then I run backwards and I'm in his face and we're talking. Yeah. So payback is something. It's really something because he did that for me. And he walked backwards while I was walking forward at my little pace. Yeah, it was very humbling. Needless to say, I digress. I was getting off track. But exercise, really good for us, but be careful not to overdo it. Um, we did talk about my doctor and I, we did talk about if you're starting out and you're going too much, take the next day to rest. So today is my rest day. I will, however, be going to this beautiful park out near me, and they have like little water features, covered bridge. Um, they even have like a little amphitheater, and I saw people doing Zumba and yoga at the amphitheater. So I want to go there. I want to sit and I want to be thoughtful and I want to reflect and I want to focus on healing because I am that girl running out of the gate looking for that next project. I can't be that and it's really hard not to just get up and go. In some of the other videos, I looked at women talk about the emotional aspects of having their hysterectomy. I didn't get that sense of loss. Um, I have 3 children and I'm very pleased. I had no intentions of having more. I did not know what I would be doing with that womb anymore, but it definitely wasn't for procreation. And after I found out that I had multiple fibroids, I I knew I wouldn't be housing babies temporarily for friends or families, so that wasn't an option. And so I'm at peace with my decision, and we may get some clap back on what we do with our own bodies. I have friends who said You can't let them take your womb. You were born with it. You should die with it. I didn't want to die. I didn't want to die with that bag of rocks. I had no interest in it. And I make light of it because that's my coping. Um, but I'm good. I'm good with my decision. I'm good with my choice. So when my provider was telling me, my gynecologist, he was telling me how he removed the uterus. It was really interesting. I don't know if anybody has any idea of how they remove an appendix that's about to burst. It was the same concept. They put the cameras, the three holes in my belly, the cameras, and then there was a bag attached to one of them. It enclosed my uterus, and he was able to pull it out vaginally. Um, but when I read that pathology report, it said my uterus was ragged, misshapen. I was kind of insulted. I thought I had a beautiful uterus. But thanks to fibroids, mm, that's what I was left with. And again, I'm glad it's gone. You all, I had fibroids that were growing from a stalk outside of my uterus. When you think about a potato that is over ripened, it's been in a pantry forever, and now it's starting to get buds on it. That's kind of what it looked like. There was a bud coming from my uterus, only it was a bit bulbous. And yeah, probably too much information. Again, I'm that girl. And if it gets too graphic, please, don't hesitate, disconnect. But I like information and I like to share that with other people. In the coming days, I am putting together more information overall about women coping with fibroids. And I hope to be able to share that with you soon because I knew it was a problem, but the more I read and the more I talk to women, the more I find out that this is this is enormous. And the healthcare disparities. I've worked in community health, so I know what they are. And I don't want to say that I'm jaded, but I've always guided in the circles that I've been in. So I felt like I was doing due diligence, but it's not enough. And I think that it needs to have its voice. And it has started. That momentum, that movement is picking up more and more every day. So those are things I would like to bring back, the information that I've gleaned and from some agencies that I've been looking at and I hope soon to partner with, and just to keep that information flowing. So I pray that you all have a beautiful day, have a fun time, and when you're making your decisions, definitely take time to yourself. Sit, be quiet, be with you, be with your uterus. Remember the purpose of our girl. Remember how she served us. And she served me well. She did. But you also have to do what's good for you, what's going to be best for your physical health. Alrighty. So I hope to see you soon. Everybody, be good. Take care.